And we are live. Welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen, to another live stream. This is just the Savage here, aka the Spectrum Gamer from Crazy Color Gaming, and I am so excited to bring you guys today's live stream. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition is finally out. It has been long awaited by me personally, and probably by a lot of other people as well. I just have to start off by saying, guys, I am so excited to bring this to you. This is my favorite series. This is probably my most favorite science fiction third-person shooter game series ever. So, words really can't express what I'm feeling right now. I just want to say so many things. But let's just jump right into it. I'm just way too excited. Let's just get into this. So we have a license agreement. So we have all three games, and yes guys, all three of the games come with all of their content, come with all their DLC content, everything. It's just amazing. There are some, so this is the Legendary Edition, updated, remastered, so we're going to be seeing a lot of graphics, a lot of gameplay and mechanics, you know, tweaks and changes here and there. I'm just very excited to see what is in store for us, because these are all three Mass Effect games, along with all of the DLC they ever made for every single one, all crammed into one. I am... guys, I cannot truly express how much I love this series. So, for those of you who don't know, a little fun fact about me, I started playing Mass Effect. I played it backwards. I started off with Mass Effect 3, and then I played Mass Effect 2, and then I played the first Mass Effect after I got the trilogy for Christmas one year. And to this day, like, I love this. I love this game half to death. I love it so much. The story is really good. The character creation is great. Everything you do has an impact on the galaxy in some way. The characters are just so immersive. The combat is phenomenal. But something tells me they've made it even more spectacular than it was in the original. So just look for a lot of updated things, remastered things. I'll try to point out as much as I can as I notice it, but I don't want to talk too much because this game is story oriented. Excuse me. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. We're going to start off with the very first Mass Effect. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If you are, please drop a like on this live stream right now. And if you are not subscribed and you want to see more of this, more content like this, then please feel free to go down there and hit the subscribe button as well. And also hit the notification bell. Make it go ding 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 so that you never miss an upload or a live stream from me. So I'm gonna stop yapping and we're going to get right into this, guys. We're gonna get right into it. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can already tell it's a significant difference. The first one, like, I know this is just a loading screen, but the first Mass Effect did not have that good of graphics. But I could already tell a difference. Music's just the same. Oh my gosh. Let's go into the extras real quick. Trophies, options, and credits. Alright. The sounds, guys.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
We're gonna make a completely new character, guys. I've always liked making my characters on here.
Please log in to access your profile. Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
So I personally like to go for a spacer because it makes the most sense. You can choose between 1 of 3 backstories. You can choose between the spacer, that both your parents were in the Alliance military, your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years, following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted in the age of 18. You can choose the colonist, which is you were born and raised on Mindwar, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindwar, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Or you can go with Earthborn, which is you were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolis covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting within the Alliance military when you turned 18. I like to go for the spacer one because that one seems the most straightforward, and your character's family is still alive. So your psychological profile, you can choose between 1 of 3. You have the sole survivor. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. You have War Hero, which is early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy, despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. And then you have Ruthless, which is throughout your military career you have held fast to the one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you, but when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. I like the idea of the war hero, so I think we're going to go with that.
Military specialization.
Now you can choose between up to 6 military specializations or 6 different play styles, depending on what you do. I mainly play as a soldier because I'm one of those people who doesn't really think very strategically unless the situation arises. So I'm more of like a go in there and just shoot everything up kind of guy, within reason, of course. But you can also choose to be an engineer. But soldiers are combat specialists, ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, can specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train in the use of heavy armor. Then you have the engineer. Engineers are tech specialists. Using the holographic Omni tool, they can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and heal their squad. Engineers can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. The adepts, these are more of like biotics. In case you guys don't know what biotics are, they are basically the quote-unquote magic of the game. They deal with psychokinesis and other things as well. Adepts are biotic specialists. Through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. Adepts can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. You have the infiltrators. They combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators are trained to use Omni tools, focusing on decryption and defensive abilities rather than healing. They can specialize in pistols or sniper rifles and wear medium armor. You have the Sentinels, and they combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech and biotics than other classes, but at the expense of combat. Sentinels can only wear light armor and receive no specialized weapon training. And then finally you have the Vanguards. They are biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents and are especially deadly at short range. They specialize in pistols and shotguns and wear medium armor. So I'm actually torn between the engineer and the soldier. One thing that's keeping me from, well, a couple things that are keeping me from choosing the engineer are the fact that they can only use pistols and they can only wear medium armor. Soldiers are all well and good, but the one problem with them is that you can't really do a lot of repairing or a lot of hacking. You have to level up pretty significantly in order to do that. But it does pose a challenge for people. But this is also one of those games where it's like the more you have, the better the outcome will be. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is actually a pretty tough one for me. I don't know. Can the Sentinel use weapons? I don't think so. I do like using a large combination of weapons in my arsenal. Sure. Now, one thing that I do know from the original first Mass Effect was that when you went to go hack something, the button inputs were very glitchy. Like, it very rarely worked. So I'm hoping that's something that they fixed in here. So we're gonna go with Soldier.
Confirm facial identification.
I'm going to change my character's appearance. I usually go for this first preset face and then just modify it. Let's see. Whoa! There's a red? And wow. Okay. I like that one. I want him to look young. Okay. I want to make him bulky too. Some of these changes are very subtle, like I can't see them very well. Like that's kind of like how detailed it is. Whoa! I don't really play around with this a lot, guys, so do bear with me. I usually just stick with the base face and then play from there, but... Okay, that looks good. Now what about the jaw? Okay, maybe his mouth could do with a good change. That looks good. Okay. Yeah, I like that nose. I prefer this nose. I've always liked sort of like the wide nose on people. And I don't like the nose protruding out too much. Yeah, some of these are pretty cool, but most of them are just military style haircuts. So you're not going to get anything too wild. Yeah, I like that. Now I wish the beards were a little more, you know, full. Alright, I like that. Now... Yeah, I do like a little personality, so I am going to keep that scar.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Alright, I think we are ready to get into it, guys. I am so excited. Please drop a like or a comment, or both, to let me know that you guys are excited for this, because I am. I'm going to go with casual. Auto level up is going to be off. Legendary mode. In classic mode, the original 1 through 60 level range will be used instead of the new 130 level range. XP and talent points progression remain the same, but the number of levels is doubled. Okay, we are going to do classic mode because I do like the idea of leveling up a lot. I'm going to turn on subtitles. Squad power usage. Squad AI will only use defensive powers to protect themselves or others. The squad AI will use all available talents. I will use that one. Autosave is on, so... Alrighty, guys. I'm just going to stay silent during the opening cutscene because I want people to have a chance to understand the story.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I need to plug in my controller.
Make the call.
Okay, hopefully we have no more issues. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Even Jupiter looks more realistic.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
Even the sounds, the voices, everything is just much better to me. I do apologize for my controller, guys. It has this problem sometimes when I plug it in. It just doesn't want to admit that it's plugged in. So if it keeps on cutting in and out, that's why.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Even the mass relays look
Thrusters,
better.
Check. Navigation. Check. Internal emission sync engaged. All systems online. Drift. Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
This is really getting
The
annoying.
council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
All right. So, I'm already seeing just a bunch of improvements in general. Obviously the dialogue system is exactly the same. You can choose one of several options, but the graphics are much smoother. There's so much more detail. The voices are just much better. It's just everything. It just looks amazing. They did a really good job on this. I am impressed.
It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's...
The movement is smoother
I was hoping
too.
you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Usually after a dialogue like that, you can go into this investigate, and you can choose different topics that you are a little bit foggy on. You can also read the lore online to get even more information. But we're not going to do that right now.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker. Fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
The saving is a lot faster. I just remember the saving took like a minute or two in the old ones. Yep, they still do the bobbing in the first one, but the aiming is a lot better. Well, yeah, the aiming's better. It doesn't feel as sluggish as it used to be. Idiot. Okay, I need to switch over to my... Oh, I need to remember it's L2. It's L3. Okay. Now I believe it's no, it circles the melee. Managel is needed to heal injured squad members. Omnigel can be used to bypass decryption and electronics challenges. Both can be acquired by defeating enemies and opening containers. Bless me.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Alright. Geth drones. Oh, the Geth looks so much cooler. But I'm really enjoying this so far.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns. Nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Move out.
Alright, so as you go through the game, okay, press the options button to access the mission computer, then go to the squad screen to spend talent points for your new squad members. So as you progress through the game, you will receive new squad members, and we will be meeting one of my favorites when we get to the Citadel. Actually, he's my most favorite in the first game. So we're going to go to squad. This is where you can upgrade your talents. The squad screen lets you view your team's talents. Use the directional pad to select a talent or its rank. To press X to spend a talent point to gain a rank in the selected talent. As you gain levels, you will acquire talent points and unlock higher ranks. So we have 6 points to spend right now. I'm going to put them in assault rifles, 2 of them in combat armor, and then I'm gonna put 2 in charm. Okay, so that should make it easier for us to charm. So you can either charm or intimidate people in certain conversations, and each one will inhibit a different reaction. And depending on which one you get, if you charm somebody, you will earn Paragon. If you intimidate somebody, you will get Renegade. Paragon usually leads to more positive outcomes for your playthrough, and Renegade will usually lead to more negative outcomes for your playthrough. It really depends on personal taste and how you want the story to progress, but I usually like to play an all Paragon character, but I always end up getting a little bit of Renegade here and there, so it's really not a big deal for me. So if we press R2, we'll be able to go over to Caden Arlenko, and he has 4 points that we can spend. I'm going to increase his decryption. I'm going to increase his decryption. I'm going to give him, and I'm going to give him the 2 points in first aid, and then I'm going to go over to Ashley. I'm going to give her 2 points in pistols, 1 point in assault rifles, and then I'm going to give her 1 point in soldier, just kind of like to get those things started. And then we'll just continue to play through, and as we level up, we'll get more talent points. So we're going to keep our weapons equipped. I also love the HUD, the heads-up display. I really love how they've updated. They've done a lot of things. Now, if I press and hold the touchpad, will that throw a grenade? No, it doesn't. It just holsters the weapon. Now, I love how the tutorial is more accurate now. All right. Yeah, I do love the HUD. It's much better than the original Mass Effect one. So you can open up different containers in the world, and each of them will hold different pieces of gear. You can either take all of it, or you can reduce all of it to Omnigel if it's not anything that you need. And if you remember, Omnigel is what you use to hack into things. So we're going to take all of this. Okay, and then we're going to go into equipment. The equipment screen allows you to equip and upgrade gear for your squad. Press the left or right on the directional pad to cycle item types, and then use up and down on the directional pad to select an item. Excuse me. X equips the selected item. Square upgrades an equipped item, and triangle breaks down the selected item into Omnigel. Okay, so okay, so there are no upgrades for the shotgun, and the one that we picked up is actually it's good for damage per second, but its heatsink capacity is basically cut in half, and its accuracy rating is reduced by 2 points. Wait a minute. Heatsink capacity. I think that means like how long it takes until you can shoot it again. Okay, so we'll equip that. We have no upgrades right now. That's just because it's the first mission. So, I'm really not worried about that right now. Let's go over to Ashley. Let's give her the Edge 1 pistol. Okay, and then let's go back over to Caden, and we'll give him the Striker pistol as well. So there we go. We've already upgraded our squad somewhat.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Yeah, the saving is much faster. I just remember...
I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
I just remember the saving parameter just taking a whole lot longer in the original game. But it's definitely much faster and much smoother, and I definitely like it.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
It's always a good idea to go around. Okay, let's see if they fix this. Some locked objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad member has the required talent, he will be able to unlock the object using the decryption or electronics interface or by spending Omnigel. Repeat the sequence of button presses before the time expires. Yes, it's much smoother, but of course that was just the first time. So, I mean, I don't know, I probably just got lucky that time, but I'm not sure.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you, I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him. The Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
I will be honest with you guys, that was the first time I've ever seen that dialogue. Because in the original first Mass Effect, the hacking minigame was bugged. So take all of that. We also got a level up as well. Here. We maxed out his charm already, so that's good. I have to remember to do both. Marksman. Here. Give her one in assault rifles. Also give her, and that's it. There's nothing else we can do. Caden, gonna give you one on barrier. Going to give him decryption, which will unlock electronics for us. That's good. Now, we're going to equip the Avenger 1, which is the most iconic weapon in the game, if you guys don't know that. Now, let's see. Move over here. We have an Edge 1 for my character, so we're going to be equipping this one onto him. Let's see. Nope, everything looks good for the other characters, so... by the way, whoever just joined in, welcome. Welcome. We are on Eden Prime. We're still on the tutorial mission. And this is the first Mass Effect we're playing.
Saren.
Saren.
Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
I need to remember that it's the left stick that I use, not the right stick. Okay, Ashley, we're gonna have her equip her pistol, and then Caden, I want him to be on shotgun. Whoever just joined, welcome.
Shit! Look at the size of it!
Never hurts to explore.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started. Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack? Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift.
Lazy ass.
I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Alright. Let's see if we can find some... As I was saying, let's see if we can find some containers to open up. Maybe some over here. Not really. What the hell are you doing? I know there's an enemy over there, but your bullets can't go through hard matter. Gonna use sabotage for Caden, marksman for Ashley. I'm going to turn on shield boost. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to remember how to throw grenades. There we go, you hold down square. Okay, we just got some Metagel from that medical kit. Keep an eye out for those. They will always hold Metagel.
Not now, Commander.
I'm not trying to talk to you, Caden. You're in the way. Now the loading sequence is faster too. Like, that's one thing I can't get over is the save and load. I just remember in the original it was longer.
The entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Okay, so now we have to disarm these demolition charges.
The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Oh yeah, that's right. The grenades will only explode if they hit an enemy.
Take out those hostiles.
Alright. I just love how he just fell over like that. Okay. I'll take all of that. Alright. Now I think it's a good time to level up again. We're going... Excuse me. We're going to put one in assault rifles for our character. We're going to begin assault training, so we're going to put 2 in there. For Caden, I'm going to start him up on electronics, and then gonna start getting him on his Sentinel stuff. Gonna give one to Soldier for Ashley, and also 1 for combat armor as well. And then going into equipment, we got a couple of things. We got armor upgrades. Okay, so this should actually prove useful. The damage protection is exactly the same as the armor that I have currently equipped. The shields are slightly better, so I'm going to equip it. And then I'm also going to upgrade it. Equipped with stim packs, releases targeted shots of adrenaline to speed up recovery and recharge times. Yeah, I'm gonna do the stimulant pack. If we go over to Caden, my old armor will actually help. Wait a minute. Oh, he can't wear that? Oh, hold on. Oh, it's light armor, and he's a sentinel, so he can't wear it. But Ashley can. And then we are going to upgrade hers with the shield battery. Alright. Character looks like kind of a pansy because of the yellow, but I mean that's okay. That's okay. Now first I thought he was dead because of the animation he was doing, but alright. It's another container over here. Medium armor. Okay, that's actually some good armor for Caden. Let's see if it's any improvement. Ouch. It increases his shields, but oh my gosh, it's like the damage is practically nil. I'm actually going to turn that into Omni Gel. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay. Ashley. The Liberator 1. That's already a better improvement for her. Okay. Then gonna turn that into Omni Gel. Let's see. Can I? No, that's bad. So I'm gonna turn that into Omni Gel too. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, the beacon, of course. Okay.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
Yeah, as if you have never seen a mass relay before.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Yeah, just throw her aside. Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
Just got a medal, just got a trophy, Distinguished Service Medal.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
I've always loved how he just like throws a temper tantrum when he figures out that a human used it.
Doctor Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
One thing you guys will learn very quickly about the Council is they tend to be rather unfair.
Hey, Commander.
They're not really a good bunch of people. They need cold hard evidence to say that something is going on, but even then they have a hard time believing it. So they want you to abide by everything that they want you to do. So it's kind of, yeah, it's politics for you. You're gonna have to read up on the lore on it.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Wow. The Citadel looks so much cleaner.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Wow. I'm just impressed. I mean, even the
This is
loading
an
screens.
outrage. The
Wow.
Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
No, that's the one thing about Ashley. She's very straightforward about what she likes and what she doesn't. So this is the Citadel. You're actually going to be coming here quite often in the first game to pick up supplies, do some side mashins. Yeah, mashins. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Side missions. You do them to gain credits and as well as Paragon or Renegade, depending on what kind of character you want to play as. I usually spend a little bit of time here doing some things, getting my Paragon up, because it will help me down the road. And you will unlock other locations of the Citadel as you explore it. But we're going to be going to the tower right now. And we will be picking up some side quests along the way. And then after you're done meeting up with the Citadel and stuff like, and with the Council, you will be able to pick up additional quests as well. There are things that you can do around the Citadel. They won't. Some of them will have you going outside the Citadel to different places.
Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Garrus Vicarian.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Garrus is actually one of the most iconic characters in Mass Effect, and he's you'll see. You guys will see. He's just a really good character, all in all. But, I mean, guys, just take a look at this. Like, this is amazing. The amount of detail that they put in, like it's amazing. The first Mass Effect, I'm telling you, the original one did not look this good, and this is just a transit station. So, I mean, I just want to go over and I just want to touch everything. It's really cool.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
See what I mean? Unless you can prove undoubtedly that something has happened, the Council just will not listen to you.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that, Lizette.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the Ambassador's office if you need anything else.
So this is basically when you can start exploring more of the Citadel. This gives you a chance to get to know it. There are several places that you can go to at the very beginning, and then you unlock more of them as you continue to explore, like I said earlier. So right now we're in the Presidium, I believe. We're in the Citadel Tower, which is just off of the Presidium. But we can go back down to the Presidium, and that's basically like a hub area where we can find other places. So, and then you can use the transit station to go from area to area without having to walk there all the time. So that's quite convenient.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
The elevators move a lot faster than they did in the original. Okay.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Yeah, so those are keepers. Those are actually an alien species that go around and they do maintenance on the Citadel when need be.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the Enkindlers to be spread.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner? You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs. I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit. So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach? No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license. What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits? Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
While getting rid of the freedom of religion in the process.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you. I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for...
Any progress with that Hanar? I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium. The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws. If I purchased the evangelical permit myself, would that take care of things? As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me. I'll be back. I don't care what you have to do. Just get rid of that Hanar.
A place of culture and respect, and yet this person is trying to get him off the Presidium. Oh my! That's always been one of my least favorite side quests for the Citadel, because it's like, just let the Hanar talk. Let him express his religious beliefs. He's not hurting anyone. You can actually say that to the Turian if your Paragon is high enough.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime,
but
many
still,
colonial
it's
investors are pulling
stupid.
their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human
Religion is a part of culture.
Case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply.
So if it's a cultural, if it's a place of culture and respect, then there shouldn't be a problem. So here we are in the wards, and you can pick up a couple of quests here as well. There's also a little bit of story that happens here as well, as you will soon see. So, you'll be coming to the wards pretty often in the beginning, as you will soon see. And I don't know why I have to use 2 elevators, but
no headaches worth
it's been a while.
lately. Maybe I'm getting used to the strain.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the Geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
Okay. You actually come into this room a little later. But let's open up this door because we need to get to Cora's den. I don't know where this is, but I know this is a part of the wards. Let's see, that goes down to CSEC Academy. That's the medical clinic. Here, let's see. Let's go to the rapid transit. See where we are. Oh, we can just go right to Cora's den from here. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you can go to any rapid transit station and it will take you to any other place. Oh my gosh, the loading is so much better.
That's him. Those were Saren's men.
So this is Cora's den. This is pretty much one of the nightclubs of the Citadel.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it.
Oh my gosh, Rex looks so awesome!
The story is just beginning.
Oh, he looks so cool.
What was that all about?
The new graphics just makes him look so much more realistic.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
What did that other Krogan want? Rex?
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Who's Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers have to stay out front.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the club.
He just sounds so put upon.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
Harkin, right? I was told you could help me find someone. A Turian CSEC officer named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is. You gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Is there something I should know about the captain?
The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Why should I believe a drunk like you?
Fine, ask Anderson. I bet he tells you. He's too stupid and proud to lie right to your face.
Why'd they kick him out?
Have to ask him. I never heard any of the details. Bet it's a good story, though. The heroes fall. Classic tragedy.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Must have heard he was going back there.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink a piece.
Yeah, very charming fellow, isn't he? Pretty big liar, though. Okay, so from here, we can actually go to... I want to go back to... Like, we just passed the medical clinic. We passed the medical clinic before we used the rapid transit to get here. I believe it's on the other side of this room. Because this room does look extremely familiar. Yeah, it's on the other side of this room. And then we just have to go through another door. Yeah, it's just over this bridge. You know, if I had just continued down that hallway, I would have ended up at Cora's den and I didn't have to use the rapid transit, but to each his own.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or Who are you? Let her go.
Ah!
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Glad I could help.
Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
Does this have anything to do with the investigation into Saren?
I think it might. Dr. Michelle, tell us what happened.
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
A Krogan might come in handy.
You need Rex. I cannot stress that enough. You need him.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the academy before he leaves.
Move out.
So, okay, so from here, this is the squad selection screen. You can choose up to 2 people to join your squad. So we're going to take Garrus, and we are going to take Caden. But the squad is going to change here soon because we're going to go to CSEC Academy to get Rex. Rex is one of my most favorite characters in the entire series, primarily because he's a Krogan. And the Krogan are my favorite species in the game. So, he said that he was in CSEC Academy, so we're going to be coming down here. Gonna enter this hallway. At least I'm hoping that this is the right way. I don't know.
Well, Garrus, any regrets about leaving Citadel security?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
Well, we don't lack for excitement, that's for sure.
Alright, now, I'm hoping we're going the right way. I think we are. Yeah, we are. Here's Rex.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you a fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
Glad to have you on the team, Rex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Okay. I know this sounds like practicing favoritism, but I always take Rex with me on almost every mission. He's a tank. He can take a lot of damage, and he does a lot of damage too. Like, you don't want to mess with him. So, and plus, like, he's a kind of like a, like, you guys are just gonna like him. He can be funny at times. He can be funny. But he's very serious. Wait a minute. Why are we going back there? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
I've never understood, like, the whole Hanar thing. I know that's, like, the, I know the Enkindlers are, like, part of the Hanar religion, as we saw earlier. But again, like, this is one of the games that has a really deep backstory, like, a really deep lore. So that's something that you would have to look into for yourself. I haven't done it personally, I have to confess. But I know that it is an integral part of the Hanar culture. Oh, her.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, we actually have to go through this door over here. The Citadel does take a little bit of walking around. We come down here. Yep, and then we just go up this hallway. I'm just looking at all the nooks and crannies to make sure I haven't missed anything. And the doors open faster too. Like, I'm seeing so many improvements, guys. Like, this isn't, you know, like this is I'm comparing the old original first Mass Effect to the remaster, and I'm seeing I hate killing Krogan, but I have to. Alright. I think, yeah, I actually did get a level up at some point earlier. Add 1 to assault rifles, add 2 to combat armor. Now, Rex, since he's a new addition to the team, he has a lot of unspent points. So, what I like to do with Rex is I like to max out his Krogan Battlemaster stat all the way, like from the beginning, and then increase his combat armor all the way up to 4, and then when you level up next, that's when you can start doing some regular leveling up of him. And then if we go over to Garrus, he's also a new member, so he has unspent talent points as well. We're going to increase his decryption by 2, increase his first aid by 2, and then tactical armor will increase that by 3. He'll get a shield boost. Allow him to use overkill, and then we'll just put the other 2 points in Turian Agent. And then, so that's it for that. Let's take a look at the equipment. We have armor plating for an armor upgrade. I think I will actually give Rex that. So I can also give him the Banshee 1. It will increase the damage by 15 points. It will reduce the heatsink capacity by 1.4, and it will. But it also reduces the accuracy rating. But Rex is more of a shotgun user, so so this really doesn't affect him. He's really good at close range, so I'm just going to equip that on him. Now, we are going to give him the armor plating too, because since he is a tank, you need to make sure that he has some of the best armor, and since he's also really good at close range, you also need to make, that's all the more reason for him to have some really good armor. So, we have that. Let's take a look at Garrus. I have 2 assault rifles that I really don't need, so I'm just going to turn them into Omnigel. Storm, actually, let's go over to Rex real quick. No, we'll convert that to Omnigel. We'll give him the Edge 1 pistol, and then turn all of this into Omnigel as well, because we don't need it. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. Okay. We're good on upgrades for now. Sorry, Rex, didn't mean to shoot ya. Okay.
We got them all, Shepard. Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back, or we'll shoot.
This would be a good time.
If you have enough Paragon, you will actually be able to use Paragon, like what you just saw me do, the blue text. That is a Paragon dialogue option, and that will allow peaceful things. Will allow peaceful outcomes, and it can help you avoid sticky situations. So here we go. Another encryption. Let's just hope this one is as easy as the one on Eden Prime. Yes! The buttons actually register. I am so happy about that. Okay. Gonna take all of those. Gonna go into equipment again. We have the Avenger 2, so it's actually a good upgrade. And then we'll actually, I'll save that for credits. Credits is the in-game, it's the primary currency of Mass Effect, and you need a lot of credits, especially if you want to get some serious things. We're going to give him, I'm going to give Garrus the Avenger 1. Are there any, I do not have any ammo upgrades. I do not have any weapon upgrades for him at the moment. What about Rex? We'll give Rex the Scimitar 2. That's a really good improvement for him. I'm going to convert the Storm 1 into Omnigel. we'll also turn this Lancer 1 into... Well, no, wait, I have to remember, we're saving that for credits. Okay, let's see, what else? What else? Oh, the Hammer 2. It's a really good sniper rifle. Garrus is a sniper. He's an infiltrator, so he will mainly be doing long range, medium to long range attacks. So you need to keep that in mind with Garrus. Okay, so that's good. Let's save the Adventure 1 for credits. Let's go in here.
Enemies everywhere!
Need to take cover. Okay, shield boost. We're going to have Rex use shield boost as well, and we're going to have Garrus use sabotage.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Tell me where the Quarian is. I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said you'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible to an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker. Ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Give me the location. Now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry. What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
A lot of people died because of him. He had it coming. Now let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
So that did give us a couple of some Renegade. But if you have enough Paragon, which I want to work on, there is a mission that you do. It's actually a critical mission for the story at some point, where you convince Rex into doing something. And this is where we meet Talizora Naraya.
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off. Fist set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
Making your day, Ambassador. She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali.
You tell him, Tali.
Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Okay. Rex, and we're taking Tali with us because she's going to be helpful when we go to the Council. Here's an easy decryption console. I'm just so glad that the override is so much easier now. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argus Rho cluster. He had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send a recon team? If you unlock like certain terminals and stuff like that, like it could lead you to like potential like quests that you can do for additional things. So it's a really good way to gain experience.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time? Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
You will also receive area map updates so that you can have a better understanding of the layout and where things are located.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I'm out there fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
I'm sorry, but there is no real reason why you should use the dead body of someone's loved one as a scientific pursuit to expand upon humanity. That's immoral, to say the least. You can also examine these different archives and talk to people to gain codex updates. It teaches you more about the game as you play and gives you like a more in-depth understanding of the environment that you're in. It's really quite immersive.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. There are other side quests that we can pick up, but I don't want to bore you guys by showing you all the side quests that you can do here on the Citadel. I want to get to the galaxy map and all that other stuff. So we're just going to go to the Citadel Tower and do this meeting with the council. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Please leave me a comment down below telling me what you're thinking, and also if you really do enjoy it, please leave a like. It will be much appreciated.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull...
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward. It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
So you guys remember earlier when the drunk guy was talking about how...
You've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to
about how Anderson was the first human Spectre? Well, now you know that was just a lie.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
And we just got the achievement Spectre inductee.
Bastard didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Spectre bonus. Spectre training talent unlocked. So, now that we've unlocked the Spectre talent, we can take a look at our squad. So you'll notice that down here, we now have the Spectre training talent tree. Elite agents of the Council, the Spectres have access to special training unavailable elsewhere in the galaxy. Increase health accuracy and effectiveness of all attacks and powers, and it also grants the Unity ability. The Unity ability will allow you to revive any fallen team members on the field, provided that you have enough metagel to do it. So we're going to unlock that right now. Let's go over to Rex. Let's get his fitness up. That will increase his overall health, which he's going to need because he is a tank. And then Tally, since she's a new one, we have not done anything with her pet talent points yet. So we're going to increase her basic armor so that she has shield boost. We're also going to give her first aid as well. Increase that a couple of points. Bring this up to be marksman. And that will also unlock the shotguns. And then, last but not least, we're going to give her the Quarian Mechanist. We're going to get her started on that. And then we are free to resume. So, we have just become the first human Spectre. And this basically allows us to tread on the exact same terrain that Saren has. Now, I know that a lot of people who haven't played this game do have a lot of confusion about the different races. So I am just going to clear some of that up for you right now. Tally is a Quarian. Rex is a Krogan. Garrus is a Turian. And let's see if we can find a Solarian. They're actually pretty common around here. The blue females, the females that you see right there, those are the Asari. You've already met the Keepers. And this is a Solarian.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
Doing something pretty fishy.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the...
Don't lie to me. I can smell your fear a mile away.
Oh, Rex looks so much cooler. He's so much more detailed.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I'm going.
So long.
That is a quest that you can do to pick up additional Renegade, but you can also accept the quest and then turn them in to CSEC. But the quest does run in a little deeper than that.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
If your brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
You will notice that after achieving Spectre status that you have a lot more quests to choose from. And you can either pick them up all and then like do them as you progress through the game, or you can pick them up one by one and then do them as you pick them up. Whichever one is yours, whatever choice you decide to make will benefit you either way.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
There are other alien species that we have yet to meet. We will be meeting the Batarians in the near future. I don't think you meet the Vorcha in this one. I think they're introduced in Mass Effect 2, but I can't remember exactly. Now, the Hanar are obviously those jellyfish-looking creatures that speak telepathically. And that's a quest that you can do pretty much any time, if I'm remembering correctly. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward to understand them. It took me a while to learn the names of the different species. But once I did, it was pretty easy to determine which one was which. If we come over here to this Hanar, he's actually a shopkeeper.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Now, there is a Krogan set of armor that I want, but it cost 9,800 credits. It's a heavy armor, and it's Liberator 3, and this would be really good for Rex. If we do a comparison, for Rex, it improves both damage protection and shields, but Rex's armor has 1 to tech and biotic protection, while the Liberator 3 has none. Of course, the difference is very subtle, so there really is no reason, and I did not mean to back out.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Now, if we take a look at the upgrades, let's see what kind of upgrades we can find. We have the Armor Piercing Rounds 3, that will be really good for us down the road. We have the Armor Upgrade with Armor Plating 3, that will also be really good, and Cryo Explosives. These special grenades, when thrown, will freeze your enemies when they explode. So if we can sell the Sniper Rifle Avenger 1 and the Lancer 1, that will actually get us very little credits. This Hanar has, as you've kept seeing, some pretty good upgrades for us, as well as some good armor. So it's the reason why I like to do a lot of the side quests when I pick them up, because they will offer considerable amounts of experience as well as credits. So that's a really good plus, a really good way to pick up some extra credits if you're looking for some high-end gear for your squad mates and yourself included. And the game really does teach you through trial and error that upgrades are more important than what they let on to be. So taking it kind of seriously when upgrading your team and yourself is a good idea. Now, if we take the rapid transit and we go to, we need to get to the ship. I'm just trying to remember how to do that. It's been a little bit. Let's see.
Allow me to be your guide. Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Avina is the, is this artificial intelligence right now. She basically tells you where everything is. I might have to consult with her soon because I have no idea how to get back to the ship. I'm trying to remember how to do it. Here, let's open this. Let's see. Can't go there. We can't go in there. Is it? No, it's not through here. But oh, another.
This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
I cannot remember the name of their species in particular, but I know that this small chubby guy, he's actually a Volus.
Well, the new Earth Clan Spectre. Obviously, you are already lost. Your ambassador is next door.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Salarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Physically adept, that's sort of an understatement.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Yeah, very charming person. Let's see. It's probably up this staircase that we go. This place can get confusing, especially if you don't come here very often. Alright. Oh yeah, the game just reminded me. This species is the Elcor, and you've already seen how they talk and act. I think they're actually a very peaceful race. Gonna have to look into that more. Alrighty. Let's see. If we come over here... Here, let's talk to Avina.
Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Do you know anything about Spectres?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
You know, I think people would actually enjoy that if it was real.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit.
Okay, well we just leveled up again. Let's take a look. Okay, we only have 2 points this time, so I'm gonna spend them wisely. Give the last one into Spectre training, and then I'm going to start on the pistols, so then that way when we eventually level up enough, we can unlock shotguns. Alright, moving over to Rex. Let's give him 1 to barrier and 1 to warp. And as far as Tally is concerned, let's upgrade her electronics as well as the Quarian Mechanist. And then once we get back to the Normandy, we'll be able to level up everybody else as well. As soon as we can get to the Normandy. Financial District. Wards. Let's see. This is kind of confusing. Obsidian. Let's see. If we go to the financial district, what does that bring us to? Oh, it just brings us here. Alright.
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
Find someone else to do your dirty work. I want no part of a gang war.
Here are the coordinates nonetheless. What you do with them is your decision. Could you really let these men live, knowing that you can stop them? Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, that's always been sort of a touchy one, but I did do that in another playthrough on the PS3. It was when I was really trying to get my character all set up and stuff like that. I might consider coming back here in a later time to do more of the quests and stuff, but it can be a very time-consuming and somewhat boring process because it involves talking to a lot of people and getting into fights that could have been avoided. But yeah, it's just a lot of walking around and, you know, like, trying to figure out where everything is. That's what I'm doing right now. Trying to, like, you would think that I would remember how to get to the ship. I have a feeling that it's here in the embassies. Maybe if we take a look at the map, we'll be able to... Rapid transit, Wards access, Citadel Tower. Another rapid transit. There are several rapid transits around here. Oh, wait a minute. I remember now. I remember how to get there. My brain just unlocked. We have to go do CSEC Academy, I believe. Because there's a specific elevator that will take us right to the hangar, and it's from there where we...
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Yes, the Krogan are afflicted with a virus called the genophage, and the genophage makes them sterile, and it makes it really hard for them to produce children. There's a really big part of Mass Effect.
People, Rex? There aren't that many of you left.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
Yeah, the Krogan are... It's really hard for them to make, to produce children.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work. but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need me.
So, Saren likes to use the people that he works with for his own personal gain. Not necessarily one of the best leaders.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Oh man, that's even much faster.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so now that we've gotten that little speech out of the way, I guess we can take a little bit of a tour of the Normandy. So, here you will be able to find more codex entries along with people to talk to, get some more insight into the Normandy crew and what it does. But we're not here for that kind of thing right now. I want to head down to the hangar bay, and I want to upgrade everyone. Actually, we can do that right here. Oh, wait a minute. No, we can't. Okay. I guess we do have to go to the lockers in order to do it. You can also talk to the squad mates that you've picked up and get to know a little bit about them. I like to talk to Rex. At certain points in the game, you will actually receive personal quests that you can do with them to gain affiliation and respect with them.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
The genophage affects not just the parents, but the children as well. The children will die because they've been exposed to it, and probably their immune systems aren't that keen on it. In fact, their immune systems are still developing. So, here we can upgrade everybody's weapons and armor from their lockers. So let's see what we have to work with. So obviously Tally doesn't have anything. Let's see, what about Rex? Does Rex have anything that we can use? No, doesn't look like it. What about Garrus? Nope. I think it's gonna be true for everybody else, so I guess we're just not going to take a look at it for right now. But we do have our Alliance Requisition Officer. We can talk to him.
Commander, looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. We'll take a look at this here in a minute. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. Alright, so let's take a look at what our requisitions officer has to offer. He has this sniper rifle for 313,600 credits. And it doesn't surprise me in the least because it's a really good weapon. This shotgun is also really good. Actually does more damage than the weapon we just saw, and it's going for less at a groundbreaking 274,400 credits. This would be really good for Rex if we could afford it. We also have this assault rifle going for 245,000, and it does a really good amount of damage, and as well as a good heat seek capacity and accuracy rating. This could be really good for Shepard. This pistol, again, 147,000. Really good for people like Caden or Tali Nazora. Tali Zora Naraya. We have this heavy armor for 24,500. It would be really good for Shepard. Medium, light armor, the Avenger 3. Now we're getting into some of the more cheaper things that we can probably purchase a little bit sooner. So that's the requisitions officer. I'm pretty sure that his inventory will increase as we progress through the game.
Thanks for bringing me
but let's talk to Garrus.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Alright. So you get to go around and you get to learn a bit more about the people that you're working with. Really good way to build up relationships and see what they can do out in the field for you. Let's talk to Tali. Let's see what she has to say.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, We leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay, so we just learned that the Quarians are responsible for the creation of the Geth, and the Geth weren't always of independent thought. They became more sentient as time went on, while being under the guise of a group subconscious. The more that they were in the more Geth that you have in a group, the smarter they are. They're able to share information through subconsciously. Of course, when these questions of sentience would get to other Geth, it became more apparent of what the Quarians were really dealing with. It's actually quite interesting. I don't know what I'm doing in here, trying to get to the galaxy map. Okay, so we have to come up these stairs. Now, you can also talk to other people of the crew that are not your squad mates. For example, we can talk to Joker here.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bone.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, so we just figured out that Joker has a bone disease that makes his bones very fragile. And if he makes one move, he basically breaks his own body. That's not good. But here's one thing I have been looking forward to seeing: the galaxy map. Oh, the music didn't change. Good. I love the music of the galaxy map. Ah! I have to remember its circle to zoom out. Okay, so if we zoom out, I will be able to show you what the galaxy map is all about. Okay, so as we can see from here, this is the all of the Milky Way galaxy. From here, you can choose different systems in which you can travel. More systems will become available to you as you progress through the game. So you can go to different nebulas and star systems, and each one will hold different planets and different quests that you can embark on. And the more you explore, the better your chances of survival. So, at places of important interest will have labels with names, such as we can go and find Liara Tassoni in the Artemis Tau cluster. We can go and explore asteroid X57 in the Exodus cluster. We can also go to Novaria in the Horsehead Nebula. And we can also go to the planet Pharos in the Attican Beta cluster. So, what does this mean exactly? Well, each one of these actually has a set of solar systems that you can go to. And since we want to go to the Artemis Tau cluster here, we basically hover over this and we press the X button. Now, as you can see, none of these actually have a name over it. So you have to be pretty careful about which one you go to. So we can go to Sparta, Knossos, Athens, and Macedon. Now, I cannot remember exactly which one is Liara's in, so I'm just going to take a wild guess, and we're going to go to Athens. Now, to travel to this system, you have to use a mass relay. There's no mini-game or anything like that. SR1 Normandy, ready for launch. Alright, so when you enter a solar system, you have a select number of planets that you can go to. Now, when you go to a planet, let's say Salamis, for example, sometimes you will have a chance to, you will be able to do something. I can't remember exactly what it is just yet, but you will be able to, do something to certain planets where you can actually get certain materials and stuff like that. And I have to I have to remember to press circle, not square. Okay, so it's obviously not in Athens. So is it in Knossos? Oh man, even that screen's faster. Nice. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, wait a minute. Theorem. Yes. Theorem is the place that we need to go to in order to get Liara to Sonai. So, in order to land on the planet, you simply have to press X. Okay, so we are going to take Rex. Alright, so our combat strength is actually quite strong, which is actually something we're going to need because we're going to be fighting off a lot of Geth. And since Garrus has the sabotage ability, that will only make it easier. Now, I do remember this vehicle being extremely finicky.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Now, before we do embark on this, let's go to the squad. Garrus has 6 unspent points, so we're going to do that right now. We're going to put 2 in Turian Agent, give him a couple in Decryption so that it unlocks Dampening. Dampening will increase the explosion radius on your tech proximity mines, shut down enemy tech and biotic abilities. So we're actually going to do that. Let's boost up his tactical armor so that he can get unlock assault training. Now, Rex doesn't have any, and neither do we. So, let's move on. So, this vehicle actually operates, let's see how it operates. I'm hoping that it's easier to control than it was in the old game. But the graphics are definitely better. Like, that's actually something that I've noticed in a lot of areas, that the graphics are just so much better in a lot of areas. You can jump by pressing the X button, and it will actually have you hover for a little bit. You can also fire the auto turret by holding down R2, and you can launch a missile by pressing R1. If you hold down the L2 button, you will enter this targeting computer, which will give you increased accuracy. And if you press L1, you will use the nitro boosters, which will give you a temporary burst of speed. I remember those being a lot harder to take down. I think that thing is still alive. Yeah, it is. There we go. So we just come around the bend. You need to be really careful not to fall into the lava, obviously. Now there is
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Okay, so good thing that there's a back way in here. Yeah, things are a lot easier to kill now. That could be because of the difficulty I'm playing on. Now if we press the circle button, we'll be able to get out of the vehicle. And we'll be able to fight normally. So we have to go in here, and I know that there's a lever that we have to activate in order to open up that gate. Okay. Okay, override successful. Let's take all of it. Now let's take a look at the squad. We have a couple more points to spend, so we're going to put one in assault training to unlock the adrenaline burst ability. Recharges all talents so they can be used immediately. That's actually pretty good for us. We're also going to put one in soldier, get one started on that. Let's go over to Garrus. Let's put one in dampening and one in assault training. And let's go over to Rex, and we're going to put one in fitness, and we're also going to put one in barrier as well to increase the effectiveness of his barrier ability. And after taking care of that Geth, we're going to go into the equipment, and we are going to take a look at some of the new upgrades that we just received. Let's see, we have a stimulant pack 1, which is the one we've already have equipped. There's the armor plating 2. I should probably save that for Rex. I need to see what kind of armor plating I gave him. Motorized joints. Mechanical augmentation increases the brute strength of the wearer, allowing him to deliver powerful blows within rifle butting or pistol whipping opponents. That could work, but I'm going to keep that. Shield Regenerator 2. A secondary power source increases the rate at which a combat suit kinetic barrier capacitors can be replenished. I'm actually going to equip that. I'm going to come over to Rex. Okay. Now, let's go over to Garrus. See what we can do for him. Shock Absorbers 2. Installing microgravimetric emitters into a combat suit artificially increases mass, providing protection against concussive force delivered by explosions, high-impact ammo, and biotic attack such as lift or throw. That's actually could be really useful for him. Okay. Now, let's take a look at some of the new weapons. The Scimitar 2 definitely needs that. Let's go over back to Rex. Let's see what we can give him. Let's give him a sniper rifle. He doesn't really use them all that often, but you can ask him to use it if you need him to. Let's come back over to Shepard real quick. There's really nothing that we can give him. He's pretty much good right now. Alright. There we go. We just opened that gate. Now before we leave, I do want to take a look around. I want to see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Because it does pay to explore, to see if there is anything else that you might need. And if you don't need it, one of the things that you can do instead of converting it to Omnigel is you can save it for credits, and it will help you get to those credits faster. Well, not to the credits faster, but it will definitely help you get to some of that. It will definitely help you get some of that better gear easier. Alright. Let's take a look at that equipment, shall we? Just to make sure, because you never know. We'll go over to Garrus. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's heavy armor for a human. Oh, but he can't wear heavy armor yet. I haven't given him the proper training. I think that's something you learn a little later on when you do their talents enough. So we're definitely going to save that. And this armor is for Aquarian, so we'll probably save that for Tally. Okay, now we've opened up both gates, which is good. So now we're going to come back out. I believe there are some enemies that we haven't dealt with yet. I mean, we did sneak around them, so we're going to have to deal with them. Yeah, it is definitely easier to take down those turrets. I do remember it being a pain in the neck to do. Level up. Okay, so now we have 2 more points to spend. Let's actually put both of them in Inspector training. Let's go over to Garrus. We will put 1 in Assault training, and we will also put 1 in Turian Agent. Let's go over to Rex. Let's get him started on the Assault Rifles, and we will also put 1 in Barrier as well. And there we go. Let's continue on. It's always a really good idea to keep all of your people up to date, so that when you're taking them into battle, they're not dying on you all over the place. But yes, the Mako I have noticed is actually a little bit easier to control. Not too much, but definitely better. Definitely better. Yes, the weapons will overheat if you overuse them, so you have to keep that in mind. Level up already, wow. Okay, let's start him on the first aid, and let's do that. For Garrus, let's do Assault training, which will activate the Adrenaline Burst. We could really use a second one, so that's really good. We're gonna put 1 in Damping. Let's go over to Rex. Let's put 1 more in Combat Armor and Fitness, because we're about to get into another heated exchange here in a second. Now, this crate over here. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a look around. The game always rewards you for exploring. Alright, so there was nothing of interest over here, but it never hurts to look. So we shall be on our way. It's always little areas like that that you want to keep an eye on, because they might hold things that you might need. You never know how much you might need something until you get into a situation in which you actually do need something like it. So it's best to keep your eyes peeled. Now, if you'll notice, we're already getting a lot of credits simply by doing this. We actually get more credits by fighting things than we do selling things, which I think is pretty interesting. Alright, so the Mako cannot go past this point, so that means we have to go the rest of the way on foot. I guess I could try to hover over it, but I don't want to take that risk because there are way too many things that you can run into, and these are supposed to be cover spots anyway. So we're gonna come over here, go through this canyon. I don't know why he said that. I just pressed the square button. I didn't. All right. Oh. Okay, so this next fight is going to be pretty challenging. I do tend to die quite a lot during this fight. Ugh. Have to keep on. I have to remember. Actually. Okay. My weapons aren't doing enough. Level up. Alright. To tell you the truth, that was actually the first time I actually did that, like, my first time through. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, we can head up this ramp and into these mines. Get out of here.
Aside from the Citadel, Nice.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Alright, so apparently we have to fight yet another Krogan. I mean, I've done this before. I know what to expect, but I know this Krogan can be somewhat of a tricky character. That was a complete guess. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that was a complete guess. Like, I didn't even know that. Alright, let's search the area. Okay. Now, I think those were actually, I think those were actually weapon modifications, if I'm not mistaken. So, chemical rounds, popular with pirates, criminals, and mercenaries. These rounds are coated with a highly toxic compound, specifically designed to puncture metal. These rounds are particularly effective against synthetic targets. Synthetic targets, popular with pirates. These rounds are stamped with a minuscule amount of radioactive material, inducing low levels of radiation sickness in targets. Here, let's do the armor-piercing rounds. Okay, let's go over to Rex. Give him armor-piercing rounds as well. And then let's give him chemical rounds 3. And, while we're at it, let's do this. Let's see. Right, we can now equip heavy armor. And we also got advanced shield boost. Let's go over to Garrus. Let's do... Okay, he can now wear medium armor. That is perfect. Now let's go over to Rex. And Rex can now wear heavy armor as well. So that means that if we go into our equipment, we can equip the Hydra armor, and that is a substantial increase from the armor that we had on previously. So now we will be able to take more damage, and we'll be able to last longer. So there's that. Actually, we didn't check everything over here. There's a room in here too, a weapon locker. Okay, let's take a look at those real quick. That's a substantial decrease. We'll keep that for credits. The Hurricane, that's actually an increase. The Banshee's actually an increase for the Assault Rifle. For Rex, gonna put that on him. Right. I like the amount of upgrades we've been doing so far for the characters. So now let's go down into this hole that we mined out, and this will get us past that Prothean security barrier. So, upon entering here, we activate this. Okay. Now that we're here,
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Not so fast, Shepard. You sure she's on our side? Her mother's working with Saren.
I am not my mother. I don't know why Benezia joined Saren. I don't want anything to do with that Turian bastard.
If she was with Saren, the Geth wouldn't be trying to kill her.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know...
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
It's remarks like that that make Rex, like, that's part of the reason why I like Rex so much.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill them. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
We just leveled up twice. Alright. I can live with that. Alright. So, let's do, I did not want to do that. Okay. That's okay. So, we just maxed out our charm. Let's do Spectre training to get advanced unity. Let's go over to Garrus. I meant... Okay. Let's do assault training, along with dampening, first aid, and we'll max out his Turian agent. Let's go over to Rex. So, advanced shield boost, along with fitness, increases health, damage reduction, and we will put one in barrier. And that concludes the mission on, whatever that planet was.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur.
The achievement,
the Normandy
search and
isn't
rescue.
equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going to give my final thoughts, and then we will call it a live stream. So, my final thoughts are this. I am simply in awe of everything that I have seen. Like, the game in of itself hasn't changed as far as story or dialogue or the characters involved or the kinds of dialogue and scenarios that you go through. It's simply the graphics, the gameplay, and the mechanics have all been majorly revamped, more modernized. It's all simply beautiful. I cannot express enough how much I admire what the developers have done to recreate such a magnificent trilogy. I will definitely be playing this on my own time because it's the original Mass Effect trilogy. I can't pass it up. But my final thoughts are this: simply amazing. I cannot wait to see what else they have done. So guys, thank you so much for watching me. I know I have not talked like like almost like 85% of the time that I've been playing this. But for those of you who have joined in and watched the stream, thank you so much for watching. And I'm just so glad to finally have this. I can play this on my PlayStation 4. I don't have to worry about plugging in the discs at the PS3 anymore. And I'm just happy. So those are my final thoughts. I definitely recommend you guys go and pick this game up. It is simply amazing, and you guys will fall in love with the characters, you'll fall in love with the story, you'll fall in love with everything. I did when I played Mass Effect 3. I could not wait to play the rest of the games. So I am going to end it off here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, this is just Savage, aka the Spectrum Gamer. Like and subscribe to see more content from me. And if you want to see more content when it comes out on my channel, be sure to hit that notification bell, make it go ding ding ding, so that you never miss an upload. So I will see you guys. I will see you guys in the next live stream. God bless you.